Shalom, Mr. First foremost, I do give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash, to unto the apostles, and else great millstone for teaching us his truth, peace, and blessings to the whole elect of Israel. Yahweh is the name of the Fatherland Hebrew, by Hashem is the name, and Yahweh Shai is the name of the God's Son. Back in our lesson. And as you see in the title, the woman is not the prize. And I got this post right here, which I came across. I took a quick screenshot, and I was wanting to make a lesson going into it because this also goes to show the pride of these women. Once again, going back to the title, thinking that they're the prize, thinking that they're the reward, when that's not the case. And they're going to soon, find that out, especially coming to these last days in a time of Jacob's trouble. Because these women are for sure not going to be the ones to be sought after in these last days. But I'm going to read this quick post right here, get a couple of scriptures, and we'll further expound that point, throughout this lesson. Because the pride of these women is going to be brought low. And they will soon find out that there is an order. And that they are, a matter of fact, not on top. Because that's what's promoted and pushed within today's society. That they're, on top. They're on a pedestal. That they wear the pants within these households. Which is just completely off, man. Listen, you're seeing that rebellious spirit that these women are walking in. Wanting to be Miss Independent, Miss Feminist, thinking that they're better than the man, that they don't need a man, that they're above the man. And they're going to soon find out that's not the case. But real quick right here, don't want to start the intro. And it says, my friend didn't reply to her man for 2 weeks and told me that you got to give them time to miss you. And now he's got a new girl. So, hey, that girl found out that she was, matter of fact, not the prize. So she got put in her place. She thought she was, on top within that relationship. And they see she found out she obviously wasn't. And also another point, these women that don't want to get with the program, that don't want to get in order, you can go and kick rocks, man. Because you're, matter of fact, going to have a lot of these wicked, rebellious women are going to be rejected, man, in these last days. This 1 Corinthians 11:3, which we're going to get on Isaiah 4:1, how you're going to have 7 women shall take a hold of 1 man. Now further, go into that right there. So also going to show the women are not going to be the ones desired in these last days. Sought out after, But once I'll go back to that point later. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. And it says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, is Yahweh Shai. And the head of the woman is the man. And the head of Hamashiach is the Most High. So going to show that there is an established order. I do want to make sure my voice is on. Okay, just one more time. I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man. But in today's societies, women are willing to put on a pedestal. They think that they wear the pants within the households and within these relationships. And that's obviously not the case, And it says the head of the woman is the man. Does it say the head of the man is a woman? No. And the head of Hamashiach is the Most High. But once you're seeing this rebellious spirit being pushed all throughout Babylon the Great, because you'll see within even these TV shows or movies, they always make the man out to be stupid, someone dumb. Within these comedy, sitcoms, if I'm saying that correctly, where they always have the man sitting on the couch, making him out to be dumb, and while the woman, within the show, within the relationships, is the so-called smart one. So it just goes to show how out of order, this place is, man. But once you go back to that point, there is an established order. And these women that don't want to get with that order, with the program, you can go and kick rocks, man. Because guess what? You are not needed. As we just read within that post, she obviously was not needed. Thinking that she held the power. And she found out she didn't, man. This is 1 Corinthians 14:4. Especially coming to these last days, these women are going to be seeking for men in the Lord. In the time of chaos, when all hell's breaking loose, in the time of Jacob's trouble. Because you get in the scripture how these women are going to be in a jam, in a pickle. But no one is going to come to your aid. Which is speaking of these wicked, young, rebellious women. That's 1 Corinthians 14 and 40, and it says, let all things be done decently and in order. Go back to the point brought up, there's an established order, man. And you see the complete opposite, is being pushed within today's society. Once these women are put on a pedestal, pushing that they hate and despise the man's not needed, that they're better than the man, they can do what a man does and do it better. Well, keep that same energy coming to these last days, as these women like to say, keep that same energy. Because we'll see about that when your door gets kicked in. We're coming to a lawless society, man. People will be doing what they want to do. And you can imagine how that will unfold. So we'll see if your pink mini purse that's holding your little taser and your pink little gun is going to save you. It's Isaiah 32 and 2, especially everything this devil's getting ready to come down with, man. Let's read this real quick. And it says, and a man shall be as in hiding place from the wind. Does it say a woman is going to be in hiding place? No. It says, and a man shall be as in hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Going to show how desired the man is going to be. Because going back to this point, it says right here, as rivers of water in a dry place. You see people within these movies or shows, cartoons, or walking in the desert. They start hallucinating water and desiring water. So once you're going to show that point, just how desired the man's going to be. Excuse me. Read one more time from on top. And a man shall be as in a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock, in a weary land. So the man is going to be the one to be sought after, desired, not the other way around. It's Isaiah chapter 4:1 to further add to that point. And it says, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. And when you go into that number 7, goes into the word completion. So, it could be any amount. And it says, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, and only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So does it say 7 men are going to take a hold of one woman? No. The scriptures are clear with what it's speaking of, man. But these women really just hate that fact. Going back to that rebellious spirit you see being pushed. These women hate order, man. This is why you're seeing this, feminist women empowerment, agenda being pushed. And you see all the things that they say about the man, and yet you have these women will come out making TikToks, making videos saying that they were in a dire situation and men that were around her didn't help her. You wonder why. And guess what? Expect more of that come to these last days, man. Like about that point, keep that same energy. You didn't need a man. You didn't want a man. You said you were better than men. So which one is it? We're on top. And at day 7, one shall take hold of one man, saying, we are on bread and we are on apparel, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So once you further go into that point, how just desired, the man is going to be, and how they're going to be the ones to be sought after. Really speaking, of the men of the Lord. They're going to be that hiding place, that sanctuary, as we read Isaiah 32 in the second verse. In Isaiah 13:11-12, there's a great scripture, and it says, and I will punish the world for the evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I believe I brought up that point earlier in the lesson. The Lord can bring that pride down. These women will be humbled. as we just read it in that post in the beginning of the lesson. She got humbled. She found out she was not the prize. Verse 12. And I'll make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. So once it's going to show how well desired, the man's going to be, just how, especially in the last days, their value is going to skyrocket. And like about that point earlier, these women that don't want to get in order, that don't want to get with the program, they can go and kick rocks. Y'all can go dilly-dally, over there. It's 1 Corinthians 11 and 9. Because y'all especially, didn't want us then, you're not going to have us now. Because, the men of the Lord are also going to have that say whether you come with them or not. And guess we're going to have a lot of these women be rejected, turned away. Especially, when the men of the Lord receive, that spiritual power, Isaiah 59:19, going to that standard being lifted. So your true intention, your thoughts are going to be revealed, man. Whether you're sincere, the things that you have done. Now it says 1 Corinthians 11 and 9. I said neither was, which I should have got this along with what we read earlier in the third verse in the 11th chapter in 1 Corinthians. But it says, this is verse 9. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. I mean, that's just crystal clear. Actually, I should have got verse 8. Going on to verse 9. It says, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. So right there you go. Like about the point, there is a established order. And this is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22 through 24. And those who I'm getting the point across. Start with verse 22, and I do want to get a certain verse. And it says, how long you simple ones we love simplicity, and scorn delight in the scorning, and fools hate knowledge. And really, our people hate this truth, man, especially these women. And y'all misogynistic. Y'all yada, yada, yada. Whatever they say. And really, these women don't even know what they're talking about. Because people will stop these women and ask them, things about the man. They'll say, misogynistic, this and that. And they'll be asked what misogynistic means. They don't know. Because they're parroting, man. They're echoing what they hear. But like about that point, these women are going to be humble. They want to be Miss Independent, Miss Feminist, thinking that they don't need a man, that they're better than the man, they can do what a man does and do it better. We will see about that coming to these last days. Now, even within these relationships, seeing that they hold the power, that they wear the pants. As we read, there's an order. That's because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have sat not at all my counsel, and one of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. They're about that point earlier. And that scripture going to the pride and be brought down. Now it says, verse 27, when your fear cometh at desolation, and destruction cometh at a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall he call upon me. Now you want to seek the Lord. Now you want to get right and get in order. It's going to be far too late for that. And it's why you're going to have many of these women which are going to be turned away. But also just really going to that point, those that are trying to seek the Lord come to these last days, it's going to be far too late for all that, man. Now, it says, then shall they call upon me, but I want to answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. We can get, probably to read the full thing. And then shall they call upon me, but I want to answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. Now, as they went under my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. So it's going to be your own fault. Verse 32, for the turning away the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. As we also read in Isaiah 32, how the men are going to be that hiding place, for these women. The sincere women, I should say. Because like by that point, you're going to have many of these women be rejected, or be turned away. Yeah, they brought the other point. They didn't want us then, you're not going to have us now. So get with the program and get in order. And those that don't, bye-bye. The door's right there. As well, keep that same energy. Because once you're going to show that pride. And all the wicked things that they are saying, the things that they are doing, these women are going to be brought low and will be humbled. And we'll soon find out that they're not on top, but on the bottom. So that's the point right there. Lord's will, I got the point across. I mean, it's like if I kind of repeated certain things throughout the lesson, but the Lord's will is still edifying. And I do close out, give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Al Shah B'Hashem Kar Kadash and Shalom. See you next one, the Lord's will.